Who is one celebrity you think never deserved to be cancelled? Most of these names in this thread are gonna have to come with an explanation for why they got cancelled in the first place. I'm realizing just how badly I'm out of the loop in this thread, lol. Well, the OG of this category, Fatty Arbuckle. Get accused of rape, found innocent 3 times, lastly with an apology. Career still fucked. Brendan Fraser. Called out a Hollywood exec for being a creep and he got blasted for it. I cannot tell you how happy I am that he's back in the spotlight. Edit: a lot of people are saying he was blacklisted, blackballed by the industry, whether it be studio heads, execs, or insiders. In my eyes, that's just them cancelling him so their dirty laundry doesn't get aired. Paul Rubens. Janet Jackson. Sinead O'Connor. Jake Lloyd. The backlash he got for his role in The Phantom Menace was not warranted. He got mercilessly bullied and his life was pretty much ruined. Quite sad. Same could be said about Jar Jar's actor. Me not remembering his name isn't great here, I know. Edit: Ahmed Best. Thanks you, Satan loves cats. Why society hasn't cancelled Chris Brown is beyond me. Pee Wee dude was in a porn theater. It's not like he was watching Finding Dory and beating it. Eliza Dushku was sexually harassed on the set of Bull. She complained about it and hasn't gotten any work since. Dixie Chicks. Monica Lewinsky. She got cancelled before being cancelled was a thing. For literally nothing. Brendan Fraser. So glad he got his redemption. Courtney Love was cancelled by Hollywood for speaking out against Harvey. I still believe Anita Hill. Janet Jackson. Her career went into nosedive after Super Bowl. She's back now, but she didn't need all that backlash. Janet Jackson. OMG, the Super Bowl thing was beyond stupid. Sinead O'Connor. Absolutely 100% right about something most people were not ready to hear, and it killed her career. Ol Franken. Sort by controversial. Winona Ryder. Incredibly talented person who was going through a tough time. She needed support, not outrage. Lindsay Ellis. How my parents' generation boomers treated Monica was wild. She was a student and he was the president. The government went after her using a high-ranking official to pretend to be her friend. Jesus. And then they slut-shamed her for it. Ex-Gen should have done more to bring her back. But truly there is no making up for what was done to her. It was so gross. Even at the time, being like 20, I knew it was wrong. Sinead O'Connor. 100 was right and the world was wrong. Does Pamela Anderson count? It was pre-cancel culture, but the way she was treated by the media was horrible. She did absolutely nothing wrong. I have a few Aquafina. The Blaccent accusations were just dumb. I know all kinds of people from all kinds of different places who speak in all kinds of different ways. Big whoop. Janet Jackson. Nip slip, disproportioned outrage, but she's still loved and celebrated in certain communities though. Jenna. The blackface gate fiasco, that situation was just dumb. Monica Lewinsky. Enough said. I was a kid then, but looking back I'm like WT. Sinead O'Connor for ripping the photo on Taboo at the time, but someone finally said something. She was right all along. Ashlee Simpson. I had thought all singers lip-synced live, and then all hell broke loose when she had a nose job. Aziz Ansari. Janet Jackson. Courtney Stoddard. How on earth the 15-year-old child was the villain rather than the man in his 50s, I will never understand. Jenna Marbles. Man, I miss her. Pee Wee Herman. He was caught jerking off at an adult theater showing XXX-rated films with other adults. The way media portrayed him as a creep who was jerking off at the AMC while watching The Little Mermaid was disgusting. The Dixie Chicks in 2003. All they did was criticize the president, and conservatives threw a temper tantrum and cancelled them. Kelly Marie Tran got way too much hate for the Star Wars sequels, bro. I felt so bad for her. I honestly quite liked her character. Janet Jackson, everyone punished her and let Justin Timberlake skate on by. It was bullshit, and it still is. Full stop. Now I don't know if he exactly counts as a celebrity, but he is a popular enough YouTuber. Anyways, quite. Man got accused of sexual assault, his face revealed to the public while he was a faceless content creator, had to reveal multiple private things he shouldn't have had to, and got hated on by almost all the internet before it was confirmed the person who accused him was a fucking liar. Johnny Rotten was very vocal about BBC PayDOS long before the scandals broke, and he was essentially banned from the BBC and gaslit about it. Colin Kaepernick. This talented man did exactly what we say we want, peacefully protesting, and people spit in his face for it. He was even respectful, kneeling during the national anthem, which, when I search my mind, is usually a reverent gesture. Then people wonder why protests over police brutality became riotous. The right kind of protesting didn't work. Vanessa Williams. Also that guy who ran for president and made an excited yell that lost him all his support, lol. Eartha Kitt. Tia Knight. He played a starring role as George O'Malley on Grey's Anatomy for the first few seasons, but experienced a lot of homophobia from some other cast members, particularly Isaiah Washington. This all came to a head with a physical altercation between Isaiah and Patrick Dempsey, resulting in the former being fired. After that, Tia was pretty quickly forced off of the show, his character was killed off in a brutal way, and he hasn't had much of a career ever since. Brendan Fraser. Ol Franken. Brendan Fraser. They blacklisted him for The Truth, but he redeemed himself in The Whale. Janet Jackson for the wardrobe malfunction. Sinead, hands down. Now that I'm older, more information has come out and I understand things better. Sinead O'Connor. Sinead O'Connor, for tearing up a picture of the Pope in protest of child abuse long before the rest of the world caught on. Rest in peace. Britney Spears, Amanda Bynes, and any other celeb who got cancelled for suffering with clear mental illness. Ol Franken. Stuart Smalley. Janet Jackson is the big one, and lots of you explained it thoroughly. I'll throw in Morgan Spurlock. When Me Too hit, he decided to take ownership of the fact that he hadn't always treated women with respect, including catcalling and cheating on every one of his partners. He wasn't revealed via an accuser, he openly stepped up and said, "I've done wrong, and I need to change immediately." He's promptly removed from every project he's tied to and dropped into celebrity purgatory. Doesn't exactly provide an incentive for others to own their mistakes and pledge to change. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. A great NBA player in the 90s, I believe, who had a great story to listen to. If I remember correctly, he had OCD and would shoot hundreds of free throws each day until he made enough in succession to be satisfied. He changed his name whilst in the NBA and devoted himself as a Muslim. He essentially got blacklisted due to him kneeling to the national anthem, seeing as a symbol of oppression. There are a lot of celebrities who have done grey area shit. In those instances, I wish mob mentality didn't exist. Like, why can't we collectively admonish their shitty acts but then collectively move on as a group? Macklemore. Literally all he did was win a Grammy that was arguably undeserved. Kathy Griffin. Was her photo with the fake Trump head a little violent? Sure. But the claim that she was threatening him was insane. She was calling him out for being a monster and she was right. The Chicks, formerly Dixie Chicks. Literally all they did was exercise their free speech to say they didn't like George W. Bush. The fact that they got blacklisted for it will always piss me off. Jenna Marbles. Sinead. Ashley Judd because of fugly Harvey Weinstein.